dad had bikes when I was very, very young. Mom tells me stories of him working on his bikes or starting his bikes, and I was absolutely petrified of what was going on out there, but I couldn't leave. I had to watch. Got my first motorcycle when I was maybe 9 or 10. Well, I remember 2 years after getting that bike in the wintertime, taking it down into the basement and stripping it right down to the frame. And there wasn't a nut bolt that wasn't taken off that thing. To my dad's displeasure, come spring, it was spread out all over the basement, and he said, well, there's no way you're going to be able to put this thing back together again. You have 2 weeks, otherwise I'm hauling this thing to the dump. In 2 weeks, I assembled the whole thing and took it outside, and it started up, and away we went. From then on, I just had the confidence to take anything apart and fix it and put it back together. My name is Chris Malo. We are in Spearfish, South Dakota. We have 2 different businesses coexisting. Black Hills Urethane is a wholesale manufacturer of motorcycle parts. Bagster takes those parts, sells them to dealers, and does complete bike conversions. When I was starting my first business, I viewed it more as an educational experience. I guess I had the option of going spending 40, 50 grand on a university education, or I could just jump right in and gamble the same amount of money on the real life experience. You need to teach yourself to be passionate about the business side, because you're not going to be able to do the things you love to do with the bikes or the cars if the business side doesn't work. Because I run 3 or 4 different businesses, I don't have an interest in being operational in any of them. My role is to set them up, get the right people in place, and let them shine. I'm trying to grow people and make them better, not keep them in the dark. The better they are, the better we are. We also promote entrepreneurship within the company, so I've had several great employees that I really didn't want to lose start their own businesses, but I support that. I built the very first bike for my dad. He had a Sportster. He would come down quite often, and we'd either spend 2 or 3 days riding on the Black Hills. You have a little bit of everything. Spearfish Canyon, Needles Highway, the mountain riding is just spectacular. It's some of the best riding I've ever done. We were manufacturing all these different parts. I said, just leave your bike here and I'll put some stuff on it, make it more comfortable. I got a little carried away with it and created this thing that got a whole lot of magazine attention. 2 years after I finished that bike, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And actually 3 weeks ago he passed away. I brought that bike back down here, and that's kind of our Bagster #1, and that's probably a bike I'll keep forever. The type and style of people that you meet when you're on the road on a motorcycle is a very wonderful experience. Some of the best times of my life was just jumping on a bike and just heading somewhere with no destination.